filter out who the real contenders will be.
Yeah, I think we're right now, Kevin, in the spot where the tide is filling in both conferences. You start to see coaches shorten their lineup a little bit, making sure that they're getting sharper, getting the rest. And one of the telltale signs, Kevin, is that good teams are destroying the teams that they should, preparing themselves for the playoffs.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt. Steven Adams is out there with Anthony, and it's George in at the 3 spot.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Curry against Westbrook. Curry kicks to Durant. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Durant's got the first basket of the game for the Warriors.
And that's superior length of Durant, enough to get his shot past most any defender on the inside.
Westbrook kicks to Anthony. Adams with the screen on Green. Screen by Adams. Steps back and fires. It's rebounded by Golden State. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Now here's Durant. He's coming off a 31-point game against the Nuggets in Denver.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with it.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball. Swiped it away. Here's Ferguson. There's the dish to Anthony. Durant against George. Here's Adams, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
Throw good, Adams. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And, you know, as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
Well, you look at this Warriors team, so many players with height that can hit a 3, bring the ball up court, and create a shot for someone else. Actually, Brent, it sounds a lot like you. That being said, do retired players ever dream of playing on a team like this talented?
Well, I think a lot of guys always think about when they're watching an NBA team play, especially ones that play a style with which you were very familiar with, that they want to put themselves out there on the floor and run the break and shoot threes. And yeah, I'm a little jealous about the way the Warriors go about their business. It would be a ton of fun to be spotted up with Kevin Durant and Steph Curry sitting out there on the wing.
Now Anthony. Paul George missing from long range. Adams with the screen on Durant. Got a piece of it. And there's the pass to Ferguson. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. The Warriors leading. The 3. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
Here's Ferguson. Passes to Westbrook. Outside, George. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
Well, people talk so much about shoot first guy with Westbrook. How about that time finding the open man?
Green dishes to Durant. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Durant's got 5.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
I love his will, his take charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
From deep, George, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
Now, here's Thompson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Denver. Durant for three. That doesn't go either for Durant. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Dishes it to Adams. Pass to Ferguson. Fires from deep. And Pachulia pulls it down. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the Lakers.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Well, 9 times out of 10, if you can't take advantage of the freebies at this level, the outcome is not going to be in your favor.
Well, one thing the Thunder have always done well is control the glass. Good rebounding team.
Well, the Thunder are great candidates to end up near the top for both offensive and defensive rebounds, and it certainly helps when Russell Westbrook is tearing down over 10 boards a game. It's a complete effort with this ball club, and they have guys who are willing to stick their nose in there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Go back over the history of the Warriors, and something I'm quite familiar with growing up in the Bay Area. The fans of this team really suffered through a lot, now enjoying the golden age of Golden State Warrior basketball.
And Pachulia drops them both. And the Warriors, as we all know, were a slumping franchise from the late 70s up until this current run. Only 6 playoff appearances from 1978 to 2012.
Yeah, you don't need to tell me that, Kevin, because I was going to the games growing up as a kid in the Bay Area. But amazing to see that this franchise has found some success and that they found it in Oakland for the fans who have starved for this kind of play for so long. 40 years between championships, and now the golden era for the Golden State Warriors.
Offensive rebound. Adams' shot is off.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
Nice shot by Thompson.
Klay Thompson becoming better and better at scoring down there on the inside.
Here's Ferguson. He's covered by Thompson. Pass to Westbrook. Launches it. That one's not going to go. And Golden State will go the other way with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line. A big factor in the outcome.
I'm just wondering if this home crowd and the energy worked against them in this one. They might have gotten in their heads just a little bit.
From deep, Iguodala. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Westbrook. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against the Lakers.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously, put on a passing clinic.
Here's Thompson. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. To the inside, Green, and Adams sends it back.
Well, Adams quick off his feet there with that size and length. Tough to shoot over.
Outside Westbrook. He dishes it to Adams. Curry with the defensive effort.
Just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Back to Iguodala. And the whistle blow. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And some changes here for the Warriors. West comes in for Green, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And then for Oklahoma City, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Anthony. And it's Felton in for Ferguson. Now, here is George. 26 points for him last game against the Lakers. Here is Livingston. They lead by 1. Thompson outside. He kicks to Durant. Over George. They get it again. Iguodala outside. Thompson outside. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Thompson's got his second bucket tonight.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Here's Westbrook, and it's sent back by West. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
McCaw, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And then for Oklahoma City, Eustace comes in for Adams. Grant comes in for George. And Abrinas subbed in for Russell Westbrook. McCaw kicks to Iguodala. West a screen on Patterson. Here's Livingston. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And the Warriors lead by 6.
So hard for guards to contest Sean Livingston on shots like that.
Patterson against West. And Durant sends it back. Here's Abrinas. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
McCaw kicks to Iguodala. Now the feed to Livingston. From 12 feet out. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala.
Great form on the Livingston jump shot there. He knows he's got the green light in the mid-range.
Felton with the ball. And it's Iguodala picking him up. Felton kicks to Grant. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
And Jeremy Grant, a member of the great Grant family line that has had so many NBA players.
Well, I played with his uncle Horace in Seattle, and the thing that I like about Grant is there's just nothing in terms of nonsense when he has the ball. It's straight line drives right to the rim, and he's coming down hard around the rim.
The free throw drops for Grant.
Jeremy Grant just has such a great combination of athleticism and explosiveness. It's up to him to find familiar spots on the floor and do a good job of playing off his teammates to make an impact on every game that he plays.
Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Warriors.
And you can see how big a role the three-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Brent, over the past decade, we've seen the creation of several super teams. How hard is it to manage the various egos and make sure the touches are the same, or at least they understand why the touches are being doled out the way they are?
I think the teams that have great management and great coaches that are in touch with these guys, Kevin, understand what type of player are you getting, doing your homework and understanding, are these guys at a situation in their careers where they're still needing to prove something, or are they ready to get down to the business of winning? If it's about winning, that ego goes out the door.
Here's Abrinas. Here's the teardrop. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Here's Young. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Jumper off the screen. That's good on the jump shot. Young's got his first bucket of the night.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now, here's Grant. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That's his first foul. Felton the pass to Abrinas. There's the pick. Grant outside. Takes the three.
And guys, still early, but I'd like to see them crash the offensive glass. And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Now here's Livingston, guarded closely. Some nice passing by Golden State here. 5 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
There's a minute 40 left here in the first quarter. Abrinas kicks to Patterson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Warriors leading by 5. That shot, no good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Eustace passes to Grant. Patterson, the screen. They need this one. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. And with this chance, we can show you the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Those are the season's top shot blocking teams. The Warriors, number 1.
And sometimes a team will get one guy who can block. Other times a guy finds ways to get others involved in blocking. It can be contagious. If he can do it, why not me? Then all of a sudden you look up and you're leading the league in blocks.
And he knocks down the first one. Second free throw, no good. And a bit of a bittersweet question for you, Brent. We know you spent so many years with the Sonics who eventually were uprooted and became this Thunder team. How badly would you like to see Seattle hit a basketball team again?
I think it's the NBA's mission to get back to Seattle, and under Adam Silver, he's asked questions about the return to the Emerald City, and I think it's going to happen, Kevin. If it does, I'd love to be a part of what the organization does up there. I do miss the PNW. That's the Pacific Northwest.
And here's Young. He feeds it to Livingston. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. With the putback. It's good on the putback. And the Warriors lead by 6.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. The layup off target. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. And we'll be back with you shortly. And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being a sound player, a guy who's not all about himself, who puts his team first and who works hard and who doesn't talk back, who doesn't do the negative things. He's a team player, he's a team guy, and he works hard.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
And the kind of guy who his teammates love, because they know he's always going to have their back, always going to work hard, and always going to bring it.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
West out there with Pachulia. And there's Livingston. Then there's Nick Young. And it's McCaw in at the 2 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Eustace. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. No coverage that time. Abrines has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Oklahoma City. West outside. Screen by Young. West dishes to Livingston. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Patterson with it. Out guarded by Pachulia. Patterson, the screen. And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. Anthony's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now here's Grant. Patterson, the screen. Shot off the screen. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Grant.
Yeah, you got to stay on Grant. When the pick comes, he's thinking about shooting once he gets himself into that open space.
And Young kicks to Livingston. Over Felton. Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got 8 points.
The defense looking at him like a Rubik's Cube. They cannot figure him out. He continues to light them up from the field. More importantly, they're winning.
Now here's Felton. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Abrines, the pass to Anthony. Over Green. Anthony can't hit.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
Oh, that athletic.
Yeah.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
And that last replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Patterson, the screen. Outside Anthony. No one near Felton as he lets it go. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Felton has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Picked by Pachulia. Livingston with it. 8 points his last outing. Outside Green. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Thunder trailing by 4. And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done, but guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities, and a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
Over in the corner, Livingston. Over Felton. Here's Pachulia. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And the veteran Pachulia is a physical presence, a guy you hate playing against, but someone you love if he's on your team.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
The first one falls. Brent, when you were playing, your ability to pass and shoot, and you were 6'7", really a positionless player before the term became popular. You could play so many ways in so many different positions all over the floor. I would think that would fit today's game perfectly.
Well, it's nice of you to say, Kevin. I'd like to think that I was a bit of a switchblade player, especially the way the offenses now are expanding to the three-point line and giving guys with creativity a lot of room to operate. And if the first available shot's an open 3 for a guy on your team, I could probably sink my teeth into something like that.
You like positionless basketball? Why do you like watching it now?
Well, that's the way I play defense, Kevin. Positionless.
Curry dishes to Durant. This one for three. Buries it from three-point range. Durant's got 10 points.
One of the great three-point shooters of our generation. It's practically a layup for Durant at this stage.
From the wing. And too long on the shot.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And George kicks to Anthony. From the baseline. Ferguson misses.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Thunder trailing by 7. Outside Westbrook. Passes it to Ferguson. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Ferguson. Takes a three. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, a big guy with a motor is such a luxury in this league. Adams right there showing up big on the offensive glass, and then he converts.
And Thompson kicks to Pachulia. There's Green with the three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second.
Warriors leading by 5. Thompson outside, kicks it to Curry. His three-pointer's off the mark. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And that one's good. Westbrook.
This is where your off-season work comes into play. Westbrook stepping into his catch-and-shoot game. Thousands of reps get you that kind of result.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Chance now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for George.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Pachulia. Thunder trailing by 3. Now Westbrook, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. It's stolen by Green. George against Iguodala. Now here's Curry. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with him.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction, and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Adams' shot is good.
Well, after a tough first quarter, it didn't get to him in any way. He's really stepped up here in the second quarter.
Durant with a screen on Westbrook. Durant sets a screen for Curry. High arcing shot, and it's good on the layup. And the Warriors lead by 6.
Those floaters, boy, they really demoralize the defense. Here's the thing, Steph knows it.
Steps back and shoots. And it falls over the rim and in. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
There's the pick. And Thompson kicks to Durant. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
I like how Durant uses his wily frame there to get off those shots. Not an easy shot, but for him, man, it looks easy.
And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle, but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
That's good from Durant.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. Screen by Adams. Back to Anthony. Adams with the screen on Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Anthony down low, working on Thompson. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Anthony. Here's Curry, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. Now the dish to Durant. And here's Green outside. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. 6 points for Draymond Green.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Ferguson, the pass to Westbrook. The three. Oklahoma City, the rebound. Here's Adams, and at last they get one to fall. Adams has got 6 here in this quarter. Curry kicks to Thompson. And it's Golden State with another.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Westbrook against Curry. It's Westbrook with the drive.
The long arm of the law. Durant is not a premier shot blocker, but you wouldn't know it from that play. A lot of people look at Russell and think you roll the ball out, and with his athleticism and tenaciousness, he just takes it over. But the guy hits the film room. I mean, he studies up. He wants to know about his opponent. He wants to get better as a performer, get more consistent. So there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes with Russell Westbrook.
First free throw is good.
And the former college defensive player of the year in his conference. Few knew that Westbrook would reach such elite scoring at the pro level.
West is checked in for Golden State. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Eustace comes in for Anthony. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Warriors leading by 6. Durant kicks to Curry. This is to Iguodala. Outside for Durant. The shot's good on the assist by West. Durant's got 11 here in this quarter alone. And for Westbrook in his watching of film, he isn't looking for what he's doing on the floor. Rennie says he's gaining an understanding for everyone else.
I think that kind of approach is pretty heady, don't you, Kevin? The fact that Russell not only wants to improve himself, he wants to have a better understanding of every aspect of the game. That's his decision making. That's where his teammates are finding success on the floor. Defensively, how teams are matching up with him. That's a lot to take in on top of the responsibilities he already has for this Oklahoma City team.
Ferguson's shot is good.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Thunder trailing by 9. Westbrook kicks to Eustace. Outside, George. Wide open. Eustace's shot is good. Eustace has got his first bucket in this one. The Warriors shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. West setting the pick for Curry. Pass to West. There's a minute left now here in the second. Shot clock at 6. Here's Iguodala. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Tremendous focus with the bigger guy all over him. It speaks to the toughness he has down there.
Baseline try. Another shot. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Adams.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
Thompson for 3. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Another miss by Westbrook.
He just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
They set the pick. Back to Durant. And here's Iguodala outside. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Iguodala's got 5.
Well, Iguodala setting up, getting that good, strong base. He becomes a much better shooter when he does that.
And that concludes the first half. Warriors lead by 10. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Draymond, a strong first half offensively for the team. What are you doing right?
I mean, we're just letting them show us what's open. You know, you got to just make sure we stay patient on the offensive end and let them tell us what play to make, where the open man is. We've been doing a great job of that. We got to keep it up in the second half.
Yeah, the defense leads you to the open man. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown fans are witnessing here tonight. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 18 points, 2 block shots, and 5 rebounds. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
And over to Kenny. Your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Picturesque Lake Merritt, the scene there as we welcome you back to Oakland. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
And so here is Golden State, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So the Thunder 5 right now. Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt. Anthony is out there with Steven Adams. And it's George in at the small forward.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. The feed to Green. He dishes it to Curry. Green, the screen. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by George.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Westbrook dishes to George. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Well, there have been a few small forwards helping their teams in all sorts of ways lately. Like this group leading the position and rebounding the last 10 games. Third is Carmelo Anthony.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' game. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in our league.
Well, these are the 18-wheelers right here. Bigger and tougher. They are fearless when it comes to crashing the boards. And I'll tell you what, it really lightens the load on your bigs when you've got two rebounders like these guys at the small forward. One thing we've seen from the Warriors is that this team's ability to turn things on and just put teams away is remarkable. They hit a switch, the defense causes some turnovers, and in the blink of an eye, 10, 12, 15 points, and you're down big.
Pachulia the pass to Thompson. Right side Durant over George. No good from Durant.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
And George kicks to Westbrook. Back to George. The three. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 5th assist in this one.
And George just has that extra gear. Well, once he kicks into it, he is nearly impossible to stop.
Durant dishes to Pachulia. Back to Durant. Over George. Durant with another miss.
And they've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Their offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
Ferguson the pass to Carmelo. And George kicks to Westbrook. Over Pachulia. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Russell Westbrook.
No hesitation with Westbrook being challenged on that shot. That's just how much confidence he has in his game.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Goes up to the stripe. Count that one. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Adams with the screen on Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the Warriors making a change here. Young's checked in, and Oklahoma City with a change here too. Felton's checked in. Pachulia the pass to Curry. Offensive rebound. Green. Excellent D there from Anthony. Thunder trailing by 8. Here's Felton. And Curry pulls it down. The Warriors have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the 3rd. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Young outside. Goes up the baseline. Another miss by Curry.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
Westbrook kicks to Felton, and the shot goes in. Felton's got 5 points so far.
And that's how you set up your teammates. Done with a little bit of flair.
Feeds it to Pachulia. Shot from the wing. And again, it's the Warriors missing. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the 2nd half. Here's Westbrook. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Patrick McCaw comes in for Thompson, and it's Livingston in for Curry. Warriors leading by 4. Livingston dishes to Pachulia. Back to Livingston. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Anthony sets the pick for Grant. For 3, Westbrook sinks the three-pointer. He's got 13.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And here's Livingston. He's got 8. Outside, Green. Nick Young on the wing. He kicks to Livingston. Pachulia with the screen on Anthony. Here's Livingston. Off the left rim and out.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Grant kicks to Westbrook. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Man, it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
Pachulia with it. Here's Livingston. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night. Thunder trailing by 3. Westbrook kicks to Felton. And the pass to Carmelo. Tipped away. There's McCaw.
Oh, wow.
Oh, hello.
That's a beautiful jam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
A tough matchup for the smaller defender there. Just shot right over the top without thinking twice.
Now Westbrook. He's got 13. And it's Grant in the corner. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Green against Anthony. Over in the corner, Livingston. Pachulia the pass to Green. McCaw misses. Thunder trailing by 8. Now here's Anthony. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Back to Westbrook. Will it go? And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton's got his 3rd assist on the night. And the Warriors decide to take their first timeout here.
This OKC team is one of the best in the league when it comes to getting themselves to the free throw line, and a lot of that comes with the sheer force of Russell Westbrook, who draws a ton of fouls. But there's a few other crafty players who can get to work on the inside and find their way to the free throw line.
The Thunder, a strong team at getting points off free throws, Brent. It helps having Cantor, who's also good at drawing fouls.
Well, we see how much a team can have success just stealing easy points from the free throw line. So most teams that are near the top in terms of finding free throw attempts per game find their way into postseason play. The Thunder have set that trend. Westbrook's aggressiveness, Cantor on the inside, and Adams playing aggressive around the rim.
West is checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Young, and then for Oklahoma City, Eustace comes in for Anthony, and Abrinas subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Green dishes to Livingston. Back to Green, shoots from the line, and the jumper is on the mark. Green's got 8 points.
Green putting the work in now, creating solid opportunities for himself down in the post using the quickness.
Patterson, the screen. Here's Grant. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. He's got 10.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Livingston. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Outside, Felton. Beyond the arc. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Grant.
No doubt that Jeremy Grant wants to become a better shooter, showing signs of progress in his catch-and-shoot game.
McCaw kicks to Livingston, taken away by Felton. Patterson setting the pick for Felton. For the tie, and again it's Oklahoma City.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
West outside, passes to McCaw. Back to West. It's good. And the Warriors lead by 2.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Felton kicks to Abrinas. Pass to Eustace. Grant outside. Green against Felton. Back to Grant. Clock at 6. Good. And a nice assist from Felton. Felton has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Livingston. That one's good from the corner. Livingston's got 12. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
To the wing right side. There's the pick. Fires from deep. Abrinas' shot is off.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Thunder. And Draymond Green was asked if he would be a different player, Brent, if he wasn't so vocal. His response was that he absolutely would.
Well, he's 100% right. I played with Gary Payton in Seattle, and if he wasn't yapping, he wasn't playing as well. I would say that Draymond Green falls into that sort of category. He brings an edge, he brings an intensity, and that helps the other guys on the team settle into the roles that they feel most comfortable with.
And the Warriors with some changes. Kevin Durant's checked in for Green. Thompson comes in for Patrick McCaw. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. Then for the Thunder, Steven Adams comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Ferguson subbed in for Josh Eustace. Felton with the ball. West picks him up. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Felton. Felton has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Curry passes to Iguodala. Adams against West. There's a good screen. Durant, no good. Oklahoma City shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Felton kicks to Adams to the right side. And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Oklahoma City making a change here. George is checked in. There's a minute left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Golden State's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the 2nd half. Durant with another miss.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Grant with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. Grant the pass to Abrinas. Back to Grant. He feeds it to George. And it's Grant in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Grant's got 11 in the 2nd half. The Warriors trailing. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Thompson kicks to Durant. West setting the pick for Durant. Some solid defense from Grant.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
Pass to Abrines. Back to George. Wide open look. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Exert yourself by being disciplined and focused on the right stuff. All right, good job. Oh, go. All right.
Words of praise from Billy Donovan asking them to stay locked in, make good choices.
Yeah, and when all 5 of these guys are on the same page, great things tend to happen. So let's see if that continues.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The 4th quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. It's the core of the Warriors out there with Curry, Clay, Iguodala, KD, and Draymond. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And Durant gets it to go.
And we've seen it so many times throughout his career. Durant putting on a scoring clinic on the hardwood.
George against Iguodala. The shot by George, no good. Warriors shooting well, 50% from the floor. Iguodala dishes to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Adams against Green. Outside Durant from the arc. Durant with another miss.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And the contested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Screen by Adams. There's the pass to Ferguson. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Anthony's checked in for Grant, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Alex Abrines. Here's the screen, and Thompson kicks to Curry. Iguodala against George. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, I'd feel good with Steph Curry running the show if I was a coach. He passes like that, and it tells you just how unselfish his play can be.
And Westbrook, here we go. This one for 3, and there's Paul George on the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Westbrook against Curry. Thompson outside, kicks it to Durant. Back to Thompson, beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. The dish to Westbrook. Outside Anthony. The feed to George. Screen by Adams. From past the arc. George, no good. Warriors trail by 4. Dishes to Green. Over George. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineups. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact.
That free throw, no good. And with Green, it just seems that as long as he's going to be in the league, he'll be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond Greg has been that dominant on that end of the floor.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And one thing's for certain, you don't want to go at him when you need a bucket. Views it as a challenge, almost an insult if a guy wants to attack him. And he just has a knack for making winning plays on the defensive side of the floor.
And Brent, in your younger years, your dad, of course, played for the Golden State Warriors. You have connections with the Bay Area, certainly. Any memories of watching the old Warriors team play?
Well, of course, Kevin. I was a ball boy when I was 4 years old, and I remember getting into the locker room and having a chance to get on the practice court and riding to the arena with my dad. And then my years in high school when I made my way there to watch Run TMC and spent my summers with Chris Mullin trying to get myself ready for the NBA. I love the Bay Area. I love where I'm from, and I have to admit it, I love the Warriors.
Curry can't get it to go. The Thunder leading by 5. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Westbrook and misses it off the right side of the rim. The Warriors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Durant kicks to Pachulia. Golden State moving it around. No problems knocking that one down. And that's 18 points for Klay Thompson.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, we know how explosive Westbrook can be. He just forces defenses to foul him. And for a long time, a lot of people would come up to me, including my dad, and tell me he was the face of the Warriors franchise. But after what Steph Curry has done, he has to be the face at this point. So many accolades and leading the team now to 2 titles in 3 years.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. You know, Brent, Curry, arguably one of the best players in the NBA, as you were talking about moments ago. Certainly one of the best ever to play for the Warriors.
Well, there's no doubt that he's one of the greatest shooters, if not the greatest shooter of all time. And you think about how it is that Curry started his career, the ankle problems at Golden State, allowing him to sign a contract, really undervalued at the time. And all of a sudden, Steph Curry, one of the players who's a face not only of the Warriors, but of the league itself.
Outside Durant. Green with a screen for Durant. And he converts the layup. Durant's got 22.
And we know he dominates from the perimeter, but Durant is just as dynamic when he gets inside. Sometimes the confidence grows even more.
Adams with it, out guarded by Pachulia. Adams, the pass to George. He dishes it to Carmelo. And a miss there on the triple.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Feeds it to Curry to take the lead. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Anthony's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
Here's Westbrook. He kicks it to Adams. There's a screen. Clock at 6. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Well, you don't want to give Adams the N1 opportunity. Better to wrap him up and force him to try to earn all the points from the free throw line.
Steven Adams brings a lot to the team, Brent. Got a chance to be more involved, in fact, with the offense after Durant left.
Well, he's not a wispy 7-footer, Kevin. Thick and rugged out there on the floor and willing to set a lot of screens to free up Russell Westbrook. One of the things I'd like to see them do is maybe explore him in the post a little more often as an offensive threat. I think he's capable down there.
And that one misses.
Once a 5-star recruit coming out of high school, Steven Adams has the size and smarts to really become a devastating big man in the NBA.
and the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
They've done very, very well in transition. The problems have come in other areas, which is why they're trailing. Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. Green, the screen. It's Curry outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
Here's George. Up off the screen, and George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Green with a screen on Westbrook. Back to Thompson. Fires the three. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And that's 21 points for Klay Thompson.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Passes to Ferguson. He feeds it to George. Adams with the screen on Durant. And George kicks to Adams. Lob pass to George. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Thompson against Westbrook. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Thunder trailing by 5. Outside Anthony. Pass to George. Adams sets the pick for George. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Pachulia. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Westbrook passes to Anthony. Screen by Adams, and here's Westbrook from the arc. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Thompson. Lays it up and banks it in. Thompson's got 23 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Westbrook dishes to George. And there's the pass to Anthony. Screen by Adams. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Golden State. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Durant with a wide-open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Now it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
And here's George. There's the screen. Adams with the screen on Thompson. Knocked loose. Pachulia with the steal. Thompson outside. Outside Curry. Kicks it to Green. Pachulia with the screen on Anthony. Back to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. And another 3 for Golden State.
Now, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Yeah, and Steph Curry, you know, maybe not putting up the numbers he did from that impressive MVP campaign, but he is still one of the most feared players in the league on offense. And when he wants to, he can take over a game, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
And with Curry and his ability to put a team away in one quarter, Greg, it's absolutely incredible.
I mean, Curry just has that ability to end a game's competitiveness in a short span. What is amazing is he does so much and will often sit out the fourth quarter because of the lead he's helped to build.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Durant against George. That misses off the backboard.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
And Green slams it in.
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. They set the screen. Here's Anthony. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Warriors leading by 10. Curry with it.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And he makes the first. As we've seen, many teams play a little bit of a soft zone defensively. What's the best way, you think, Brent, to counteract that when you're trying to run your half-court offense?
Well, the best way to counteract anybody who's softening up on the backside of the zone is to overload that side of the court, Kevin. So now all of a sudden, if you make a shift with more players on one side of the floor, there's no way for 3 to cover 2 on the backside. That's where teams can gain incredible advantage.
Adams sets the pick for George. 6 to shoot over Durant. George missing again.
He needs to try to get another basket this quarter because clearly his jumper is not going down right now.
Westbrook with the steal. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The dish to George. Screen by Adams. The feed now to Anthony. The turnaround jumper. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
And Melo operating in the mid-range, he does such a great job of finding open areas out there where he knows he can dominate.
Thompson passes to Durant. That 3 off the mark.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now.
Westbrook dishes to Adams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Passes it to Ferguson. Shot clock at 6. Over Curry. No good off the front iron. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Warriors.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Kevin Durant.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Thompson kicks to Durant. Pachulia with the screen on George. Oh, trying for it. Dishes to Kerr. Green with a screen for Kerr. A 3-ball. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from George. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Andre. A lot of great offensive players on this team. How does it all come together to have a night like tonight?
Well, we know our defense is our catalyst to everything for our team. So as long as we play defense, get stops, rebounding was most important tonight. You know, they're one of the best rebounding teams in the league. We were able to do that and get out on a break.
And you made the most of it when you had those opportunities, Andre. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.